Y'all wanna know what's funny? The one thing that I learned since I've been speaking Spanish is because I be watching Spanish content, people have Spanish names and English names. I knew this because my brother's name is Peter. We call him Pedro sometimes. But I was watching this, like, I don't know, mama, where like these moms try different things and they did like a trivia and they were like, who's the king of England or something like that? And the answer was like Charles. But they kept saying Carlos. And I'm like, Charles is Carlos?
Name of the king of the United Kingdom. Harry, William, Charles, or Edward?
Charles.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer. It's Carlos. Carlos. Are you sure?
Yes.
You looked it up?
Yes.
Never knew it. But I knew Peter was Pedro, Charles, and I also knew Jose. Who's Jose? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know Jose. But Jose is Joseph. But I'm going to tell y'all some other ones that I did not know, right? William, Guillermo. I have a cousin named Isabel, right? Guess what Isabel is? It's so easy. Like, it makes sense. Elizabeth. Why didn't I know that? My cousin's name is Isabel. We call her Isa. Elizabeth and Isabel, like, that makes sense. Joseph, Jose. This one got me, though. James. What would James possibly be? Santiago. ¿Por qué Santiago? Why? I don't know. Michael, Miguel. Catherine. This one kind of makes sense too. Catherine, Catalina. Henry, Enrique. Stephen, Esteban. This kind of makes sense because I grew up in Miami. So if there was a Stephen in a classroom and a teacher who spoke like Spanish, the way that she would say Stephen would be Esteban. And that kind of sounds like Esteban. But you know that like Spanish people, like a lot of times it has a S, they'll put like a E in front of it. So like Stephanie would be like Estefany. So that one was like, oh, that makes sense. But yeah, and I was like, you know what? It's true because in English we do some stuff like change the names. And I know if you're like an older white dude or like an older person, you know Robert was Bob, William was Bill, or what are some other ones that they use? I don't know some of the other ones, but like, what was Dick? Dick is another one that they used to like call each other then. There was Jerry. Oh, what is Jerry? I know Jerry because I had like a coworker that was like, don't call me that. I wasn't trying to call him that, but I was just trying to make sure that like it was actually him, that I was sending the information to the right person. Jerry. What is Jerry? Hold on, I'm gonna find out. So Jerry was Gerald and Dick was Richard. And then when I think about it, because y'all know Charles Barkley, they call him Chuck. Charles is Chuck. Yeah. Margaret, Maggie, or Peggy. There was a lot of Peggies, but I wonder if the Peggies was like Margaret. And my sister got an Aunt Peggy, but I wonder if her real name is Margaret, because you know in like black families, like we be having these names and stuff like that. We know like Auntie Peggy, and then she died and you found out that her name was actually Margaret, and it'd be like, what the heck? That's like my Aunt Lucy. My Aunt Lucy name was not Lucy, and I went my whole life not knowing that. Anyways, I found out that the reason that the English names be like that because of like the changes in like the way we say words and stuff. But that's like a different topic for a different time. But yeah, that was something that I learned Spanish.